Annyeong, it's Mikey here, and guys, thank you so much for all of your guys' support, and seriously, I can't believe how far this channel has come. Now, at the time of this recording, I'm super close to 4K, I haven't gotten to 4K yet, so if I did hit 4K by the time this goes up, thank you guys so much for getting me to there. Honestly, I couldn't have done it without any of you guys, and truly, thank you all so much for supporting this channel and getting me this far. Now, I have to thank YourKBD. I have to thank YourKBD because they sent me out 4 switches. So they sent me out their new silent switch that they have in stock, and they had 3 other switches that they got me to choose. So let me show you guys what they are. So now I have, currently it's a little bit mixed up because, you know, I had to lube them and everything, get ready. So we have the Hanami Dango. We also have like the new silent switch, the White Fox, and we have the Kailh clicky switches. So let's go into doing a full sound test on all of it, and let me just give you guys a little bit intro of each switch before we start. So please make sure to like and subscribe, and let's get straight into this video.
So these are the 4 switches I'm going to be reviewing today. Now, as you can see in the boxes right now, like it's all mixed up a little bit, but that's just because I had to lube and I just wanted to kind of separate them up. Now, this is the Chosfox X Kailh Arctic Fox. So it's a clicky switch, and then we have the new Yichu Silent linear switch, which is the orange one. The white ones, sorry, I'm just getting my camera to focus a moment right there, is the White Fox V2 linear switches. And then again, I have to make my camera focus manually, which is not great, but it's going to be the Hanami Dango green tactile switch. And so total 4 switches that we're doing today, which is again the Yichu Silent, and then we're going to have the, you know, Kailh Arctic Fox, the clicky switch. We're also going to do the White Fox V2 linear, and then the Hanami Dango. And I'm going to be all doing this in the Mchos GX87. I'm going to also remove foam and do it with foam, just so you get the full sound test. So starting off will be the clicky switch. So let's get into sound test. Now, as a lot of you know, I'm not a big fan of tactile, so let's see how this Hanami Dango does. now it's time for the White Fox V2, which is a linear switch. And yeah, I wonder if this is going to kind of sound similar to like a Marandi switch. And of course, we can't forget about the Yichu Silent. So please make sure you start lowering your volume a little bit, because I had to boost this up a lot by 30 decibels just so you guys can hear something. Now let's go over the review of the switches left to right. The Yichu Silent, we're going to do a quick stem level test, and then we're going to do the Hanami Dango, the White Fox V2, and the Chosfox X Kailh Arctic Fox Clicky. So starting off with the Yichu Silent switch, as we're going to go into the stem level test. I just had to make sure I wasn't like making it covering the camera with my hands. So as we're trying to see about these, is there any like shake above, like vertically on the top and then on the bottom. Now it is a box stem, so luckily you're not getting any stem wobble or very minimal stem wobble, which is great. The Hanami Dango slightly on the top, and then you also get a slight stem wobble on the bottom. As you can see there, like it's something that you're going to have to be very wary of. It does have stem wobble on the top and on the bottom. Now this is the White Fox V2. It actually has almost no stem wobble. You get very little vertically, which is really good, and even on the top, it's not much. The clicky switch, you're getting like no stem wobble, which is amazing. So, very great for the stem wobble test. As you can see, the Hanami Dango is the worst. The White Fox is okay, and then the Silent and the clicky definitely like no stem wobble. Now, of course, I want to give you guys a backlighting test, show you guys the color scheme of it. I'm using more of like a bluish, like a closer to a light blue backlighting color. So let's see how accurate the color is with them and see which one works best. As you can see, the Chosfox X Kailh Arctic Fox is the worst out of all of them in terms of the backlighting, and you're hearing in the background a little bit of like me trying to figure out how to change the lighting in my keyboard. Unfortunately, it wasn't really working. I'm not sure what the issue was, but as you can see, so worst would be the Kailh. Then I would say the White Fox is third, and then the Hanami Dango is second, and then number one with the best RGB lighting would be the Yichu Silent Linear. So keep that in mind when you guys are looking at these four switches. Now to give you guys my personal thoughts on all of it together. So the Hanami Dango, I'm not a big fan of tactile switches, but I did feel like this one was a little bit on the heavier, like this has a heavier tactile feel to it, but it was a little bit weird. One of the things that I felt while typing on it was the fact that it kind of felt like the tactile feel was a little bit delayed compared to, say, other tactiles that I've used, which kind of felt a little bit weird. But, I mean, overall, the typing feel wasn't, like, horrible. I thought the sound as well, like, had, like, a deeper sound profile, which is really great. So if you're looking for, like, a deeper, a little bit more thocky tactile switch, this could be an option you can look at. Of course, that is, depends on what your build you're doing. Keep in mind, guys, that the M-Chose does make sound, like it makes switches sound really good. Now, the White Fox V2, it's like a mix between a clacky and a thocky sound. I would say like a right in between. It's not actually thocky and it's not actually clacky. It's like a really in between, like a deep clacky, I would say. And it wasn't bad. I didn't actually enjoy this out of most all of them. I would say this one was more of a switch that I did enjoy using, but the sound profile was kind of a little bit awkward, I'd have to say, honestly. I'd have to say, like, it's just an awkward sound profile because it's not clacky or thocky. Now, the clicky switch, I was actually quite pleasantly surprised with. I actually did enjoy it. Surprisingly enough, this clicky switch did sound actually really good, and it felt good to type on. I'm not a person that tried a lot of clicky switches. The only one I've tried as well is the Echo. I do prefer the Echo clicky switch over this one from the Kailh, but quite well surprised, and if you are a clicky fan, definitely take a look at it. Now, the Silent, which is technically the main purpose of this video because this was the one that they wanted to send me originally. The Yichu Silent is a new linear silent switch, or they said their new one. It's their newest one, sorry. So, the Yichu Silent is very quiet. I boosted the sound so much, right, so that you can hear the typing. But even then, like most of the sound that you're hearing is going to be the space bar. And I did feel that this was incredibly quiet. It is needing lube though. Like if you don't lube it and the stock does feel incredibly scratchy, you're going to feel that scratchiness. But once you lube it, it does feel really, really smooth. So I did find that this was pretty good. It is a mushy feeling silent switch though. So please keep in mind that it is mushy feeling. definitely more mushy. Is it more mushy than my favorite silent switch? I would say very similar. I think silent switch in just general have a more of a mushy feel. So we did the sound test and everything for the 4 switches. Please check out the links in the description, guys, if you are interested. And yeah, I hope you guys can let me know.
So let me know down below in the comments, like, what was your guys' favorite out of all of them? Now, I did give you guys a little bit more in depth, like in terms of the reviews, but out of all of them, I would say this has to be my favorite. And that's just because it's a little bit more towards like something I like. The Dango one was okay. As a tactile, it kind of felt a little bit strange. I'm gonna be honest, like it felt like the tactile bump was a little bit late. That's just something I felt, even though like when I'm testing it, like pressing it, it doesn't feel that way. But it's just like when typing, it kind of felt like that. I guess in a way, it's like a heavier tactile feel. But again, the main of this whole video, though, that YourKBD was actually trying to get to me was the silent switch. The other switches were just ones I wanted to also try out, and I'd like to, if companies are sending out switches, like to do a variety of them together in one video instead of just one specific switch. But let me know down below in the comments if you guys would love to see videos of just like one specific switch. If so, then I'll definitely get into that kind of content as well. Now, this is the main focus, the silent, and honestly, as a silent switch, it's super quiet, right? Like you're getting almost nothing, no sounds, which is awesome. Though you have to lube it, I would say. Non-lubing is still quiet, but I felt like it was quite scratchy without lubing it. So that's something to keep in mind on it. And yeah, I mean, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Please make sure to like and subscribe, as it really helps grow this channel. And please catch the other videos I got, and I'll catch you guys next time.